Hi, this is Music Theory for Ukulele Video 2. We're going to go over uh, definitions and concepts for keys and scales. This is a building block for later on when we start talking about chords. Um, the A scale is a set of 7 notes, and the first note defines what key you're in. So just as a concrete example, you're already familiar with the key of C, and the scale that goes with the key of C, you've already been told there's no sharps or flats. So the best way to visualize this is look at your fretboard on the C string. You start with C, you go to D, you go to E, you go to F, G, A, B. They go in alphabetical order. And so you have note 1, note 2, note 3, note 4, note 5, note 6, note 7, and then you repeat. So in this case, these are the notes. So I'm going to write them down. Hang on. What I want to do is show you there's a set pattern where you go take a whole step to get to D from C. You take a whole step to get to E. You take a half step to get to F. Take a whole step to get to G. Take a whole step to get to A. Whole step to get to B. And then to get to the next octave, you take a half step, okay? So I'm gonna write that pattern down. It's gonna be whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, okay? So in the key of C, you had C, right? And then you took a whole step to get to D. Then you took a whole step to get to E. You only took a half step to get to F. Then you take a whole step to get to C, D, E, F, G. Whole step to get to A. Whole step to get to B. And then a half step gets you to repeat, right? So that pattern is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That pattern is a set pattern that's true for all keys. So let's try it. We can try it on the chromatic scale, or we can go on the A string, either way. Let's try the key of A. So if I take that as a set pattern, how do I find the notes in the key of A? So it starts with A, right? So let's do A. And I take a whole step. That gets me to B. So far, so good. Then I do another whole step. I got the choice of C sharp, D flat. But because here's a organization music theory thing, it always goes in alphabetical. So A, B, you have to be a C, you can't be the D. So it's going to be a C sharp. Okay, just take my word for it. So the third note is C sharp. Then I go half step. That gets me to D. Then I go whole, gets me to E. Then I go whole, gets me to what? F sharp, right? F sharp. It cannot be G flat because that would break the alphabetical order. A, B, C, D, E, F. It's not going to be G. The reason is because I'm going to take a whole step to get to G sharp. Oops, sorry. G sharp. And then half step gets me back to A, right? So that's how that works. So it's whole, whole, half, whole, can never, you always have one of each uh, alphabet. So you always have B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. It always works that way. So that's part of the organization of music theory, that they want to keep that nice tidy order. Okay, let's try another example. Let's try key of F. So same pattern. We'll start with F. Let's start with F. So now we're in the key of F, starts in F. We go whole, gets us to G. Whole gets us to A. Half gets us to not A sharp, because we already have an A. It's going to be B flat, okay? Then it goes whole again, which is C. Whole is D. Oops. Gotta get this lined up. Whole gets us to E. And then half gets us back to F, right? So that is how you can find all the letters in all the keys. All right, so I'm going to do one more thing here. Is I'm going to number these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8 is actually, you're going back to the next octave, right? So that's actually a 1. So let's look at that. So this is always the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then then this is the next octave again, right? So that's how you find the key and the scale that goes along with it for the notes. Next video, I'll go over chords. But anyway, play around with this, memorize this whole, half, whole, half. You almost sound like Santa Claus when you do that. That's the real trick. And using this chromatic scale helps get you there. It helps keep you figuring out where the sharps and the flats are. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later.